time to give us all my Toodles. Hey Toodles, it's Tuesday. And I know you know what time it's to read in the greatest you. Isn't he so gorgeous? He is like really, really good. Okay, he's a good looking black guy. He's sweet. Trent is like so cool. So, we're in chapter 5. Woo! I'm so excited. Digging up the bad seed. Here we go. I'm betting a lot of you can relate to this story. When I was in second grade, my teacher looked at me in the eye and told me that she was sure I wasn't going to amount to anything. She didn't say it exactly that way, but she was highly cynical of me and the massive of anything that interests me. And what I heard was that she thought I was going to be nowhere. Did I mention that I was in second grade at the time? This made a pretty big impression on me. My teacher was an authority figure, and I've been through to respect an authority figure. So I just assumed that she knew more about me than I knew about myself. So if she thought I wasn't determined to do anything special, maybe she was right. Her opinion certainly stuck with me. Whenever I hit a roadblock in my life, I think about the teacher and imagine her nodding and saying, I knew he was headed for no good. When I started playing football, a similar thing happened with a coach. I was a star player from the time I was little, but this guy wasn't buying it. He told me I wasn't good enough to make it in football, and he recommended me of this option every chance he got. He was another key figure in my life who thought I wasn't going to be able to reach my goals. And again, this option stuck with me whenever I struggled on the field. I would hear this coach voice in my head and thinking that he knew what he was talking about. Even when a lot of people felt very differently and my shadow suggested otherwise. For me, back in school, everybody pitied me. In elementary school, they never thought I'd amount to be anything. They never thought that I would actually get a boyfriend, get married, have kids. That's what they thought about me. Well, I proved them wrong. And some of the same kids back in high school, back in elementary, went to the same high school as me. And when they found out that I got pregnant with my first child, they're like, what? How? Then when I did, they're like, wow. Then a lot of them, I really wanted to invite those who pitied me and said I would amount not to be anything. I wanted to invite them to my first wedding and show them I was getting married. But then, nah, I decided not to. Because then they'll put me down and say, oh, your marriage isn't going to work. Which it did not work my first marriage. But my second one's working good. I'm sorry, I was late. I just got through putting on my makeup. I was late getting out of bed. I laid in bed all morning with my husband until it was time for him to go to work. Then I got up, answered my cell phone because it rang and it was nobody. But I and did a lot, and I was so excited. Yay! But I'm loving being married to my second husband, and it's actually working pretty good. So I love it. Not that long ago, I ran into an old acquaintance, and we started talking. He said to me, "Are you still going to do that little rehab time thing?" That's the only thing I remember from that conversation, because once he said that, I didn't hear anything else. And even though my videos are being watched by millions of people, by that point, I still walked and thinking, it's rehab time, just a little thing. All these people impacted with me in such a way that they plant seeds within me, seeds of doubt, seeds of negligence. And these seeds took roots and had an impact on my options about myself. They were like little cabbage choking off the beautiful flowers in a garden of my ambition and my dreams. And just like garbage, it wasn't easy to get rid of these things. I chopped them down, and they just kept growing back. And that kept on happening until I found myself some very powerful weed killer. It took me a long time to figure out what was going on here. It wasn't until I started speaking to a large group of people and talking to them about their own histories that I realized we were all having garden fields of fantastic plants and flowers, but they are under attack all the time from the weeds that were planted there by people who may or may not have known what they were doing, and may or may not have included us in us harm. Until we got those weeds out of our garden, we're never going to grow the way we should and the way we deserve to. These weeds are the results of what I call bad seeds. And here, the thing about bad seeds, they grow really easily and really fast, and they extremely hard to estimate. It takes some special gardening tools to get rid of them. Fortunately, I've got the tools for you in this chapter. So we're going to go ahead and read on. The next one is what bad seeds are. That is for next Tuesday. But a lot of people have bad seeds in their life. You may have, if you are, say, a child, a teenager, maybe you're in elementary, junior high, or high school, and say you got a pest. And I'm going to call them pests because I've had some pests in my life at school. And they're like clingy. And they just want to, they're choking you. They just want to hang on to you and stick with you for the rest of their life and hang on to you. And then you got these group of people over here say you're not as popular as these popular people. And these popular people are saying, them two are dating their boyfriend and girlfriend, which is not true. But that's what they're saying. But you know it's not true, and you know you're not boyfriend and girlfriend with that. You're not that person's girlfriend or that person's boyfriend. Or you might walk around school and people call